If you're in the business of music in any way, shape, or form, a little bit of theory goes a long way because it furthers your understanding of the concepts of what you're playing, and it just gives you more options when you know some theory, when you know your key signatures, when you have an understanding, a good understanding of your scales and modes, which is what we're going to cover today. Okay, so modes are basically built upon a scale. Actually, everything is basically built on the major scale. Okay, so a major scale, of course, as we've covered previously, is created starting from any note and using this formula: whole tone, half tone, whole tone, whole tone, and half tone. You start from any note on any instrument, and you go through this formula, and you're going to get a major scale. Okay, so if we started from the key of C, which is always the easiest key to demonstrate these concepts because it doesn't have any accidentals, no sharps, no flats, you could just go through C all the way through to B, and you're going to get a major scale. So if you went C, D, to E, to F, to G, to A, and to B, you're going to have a major scale. These 7 notes correspond with the C major scale, okay? And if we just look at this quick before we get into the modes, if we just have a look at this formula, which is the most valuable and important scale in music theory, the second most valuable one would be the minor scale, which has a different formula than this. But let's look at this for now. So if we look at it and how it works, okay, from C to D is a whole tone, okay? There's your whole tone. Another whole tone, D to E, okay? Half tone, E to F, yeah? Because there's no sharp or flat here, okay? E to F and B to C are, there's no, like on a piano, you'll see that there's no black key in between those two keys, in between those two notes. So that's a half tone, E to F. Whole tone, F to G is a whole tone, F sharp, okay? There's a sharp in between every other note, yeah? Whole tone, G to A, whole tone, A to B, and a half tone coming back to C, back to the 1, which would be the octave here, okay? So that's a half tone, okay? Back to C. And that's basically the formula.